It is Life FM, the morning wake up Stella and beyond. We're on site at Festival 1. We're in Jolene. The caravan, the energy is good because currently we are dry, as opposed to everyone else in the festival who is outside right now. And we're joined in the makeshift studio of Jolene by, well, I would say New Zealand music royalty. Can we say that?
Yeah, say it, bro.
New Zealand music royalty in the form of Wash. We're joined by Ivan, Matt, and Gareth, who are on the couch. Kia ora, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Kia ora. This is memory lane for a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
So I'm new to the fellas at Wash, even though we've spoken to Ivan last week. How's it going, boys? How's the vibes heading onto stage for, it's been a little while. It's been a minute. Is all of it muscle memory for you guys? Are you back on stage and straight into it? Or is it a little bit of a wind-up?
Well, for me, there has been some muscle memory for sure.
Nice.
But then some of it has been a bit rusty. But we've had the opportunity to warm up a little bit.
What does rusty look like, Ivan?
What's that line again? What's that lyric again? Oh, where do I go now? All that kind of thing. But no, pretty good. How about you guys?
Yeah, probably like kind of how many times you do this chorus or something, those sort of things.
Yeah.
Like
Do you
playing
write
wise,
stuff
fine.
down these days, round? Like, have notes on that?
But yeah, it's just getting it coming naturally again. Is sort of the playing wise for me's been fine. Like,
Yeah,
I've been
awesome.
playing all through, not the same stuff. But
Yeah.
so I've been fine with that. But
Is it nice getting, like, when you first, get together, instruments on, and you're with the crew again? Is that like old feelings coming back of like, this, we used to do this a lot? Like, does it return that same sort of way? Feel good?
It did, yeah. It was for me. It was cool. Like if I had a little bit of a smile to myself when we first got in the band room again, and I was like, yeah, man, like, because I think the difference between bands who don't do much and bands who do stuff is that chemistry. Yeah, there's a difference between it, between the people, the bodies in the room, and for us, there's always been some chemistry, and so it was good.
How did Wash form? Like, back in the day, I mean, I know it's been, it's been a long time, right? And you're reforming for this nostalgic set, and who knows coming forward? I don't know if you're going to keep doing any other shows or if this will be the one. But how did you come together originally when you're younger and kicking off?
CDC.
Yeah, do you know what CTC is?
CTC Christian
Capital Teen Convention.
Capital Team.
CTC,
That's right.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It was in Wellington. It happened once a year at what's the big Logan Fowler Centre, whatever it's called.
Logan
down there.
Campbell
Logan
Centre?
Campbell Centre. There you go. And it was like a massive battle of the bands, really, eh? So bands from
quest,
like a talent quest, bands all over the country.
What year are we
Into
talking about here, Ivan?
95.
Whoa. Okay.
1995.
When Jurassic Park was released.
And so you would have 2 minutes on stage.
Yeah.
And you got to put your best possible thing you can do in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
One verse, one chorus.
Yeah, so that's not even a full song.
Yeah, just like, and then there was judges, a panel of judges, and they would judge the bands, and you get into the finals, and then there'd be an ultimate winner. And we won the first year we entered, second year. First year we entered, we won. And we kind of thought, I think we've got something here, eh? Like, let's do this. So then we entered a battle of the bands at Mount Maunganui, and we won that. And then we're like, okay, let's do this. Let's be a band.
I think even after that CTC, we started getting some calls. Eh?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we need a name. We need some songs,
Yeah, we had no band name, no nothing, It was just totally raw. Just teenagers just trying to do something, and so then we're like, oh, okay, let's give it a go.
So how does Wash come about?
The name?
Yeah.
I was actually just telling my son this before. I'll take this answer, guys. Yeah, because Gareth doesn't know the answer to
We're
this.
going to see whether it's the same as mine.
Yeah, just relax. I got this. It was for that, pretty sure that Battle of the Bands in the Mount, we had to come up with the band name.
No.
No, okay, so
Overruled.
It was for first gig after that.
first gig after that. It was for the first gig after the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, like you were saying.
Yeah. We had to come up with a name. Didn't have a name. We're all sitting in my room. I think it was, what do we do? Looking through CD booklets. Do you know what CDs
I
are?
remember them, man. They used to have the lyrics in the
Yes,
songs.
they
in
had
there.
booklets and lyrics. We're looking through. The word wash was there. It's like about wash. And we're all like, okay, yep, sweet. And that was it.
What was the CD cover?
Counting Crows.
Wow.
I always thought it was Pearl Jam.
Nah, Counting Crows. Yeah. August and everything after.
All these things
Yeah.
lost to the sands
You-
of time.
And it was Whangamata too, it was the gig.
Yes, it was.
We'll get the story straight once.
Yeah.
Ivan, you mentioned your son.
Yeah.
Right. So that's been a long, your son's come through your journey now.
Yeah.
How old's your son?
17.
Does he know how cool you were?
No. But he's about to find out.
Is he here?
He is. Yeah,
So
my
what,
son.
what does that generation know about Wash, and do you think you're going to bring him along for the ride because he's your son, and you're going to have the generational thing here?
Yeah.
Right. You're going to have people like our age or beyond's age and your age there as parents jamming away to you guys, and then their kids. So that must be a cool feeling to know that the generations
Yeah.
are going to come on board.
Yeah, it's pretty special for us. There's a few special things about this reunion show, and that's one of them, is our kids being here. And so my oldest son, Ty, was born 2 years after Wash ended. Your son was born 3 years before
Yep.
we ended. And so they haven't seen us play. And they've heard us talk about it every now and then. Oh, I used to be in a band and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But-
Sure, Dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But now they're here. They're at the festival, walking around, and they saw Soundcheck. First time they've seen us play. And my daughter said to me, "Oh, Dad, I don't want to offend you, but I didn't think you were going to be very good." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "But that was actually all right, eh?"
How does that make you feel? Your kids being here to see you perform.
Oh, super proud.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's real special, man. It's real special because you can tell them that I used to be in a band and that, but words don't really, mean much. But
They don't know how cool you were.
actually experiencing it and hearing it and seeing it is going to be pretty cool. I don't know. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, no, much the same. Yeah, even just getting up for sound check and just that environment, they all came up and we're hanging out. It's like, whoa, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't done things like being backstage or
Yeah,
seen side
yeah.
of stage or being in a green room or all that kind of stuff, or sound check. So for them, they're just buzzing, and it's so cool as a parent to see that happen.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like your music style, obviously, early 2000s, late 90s, real heavy, it's rock, it's up, it's that sort of style. And then the last sort of like 10, 15 years, rock music's really like sort of disappeared out of the mainstream quite a lot more pop, lot more indie, lot more synth type, electronic music. But there seems to be a bit of a resurgence of like the heavier, earlier rock music, and like Creed is somehow back popular again, like their songs from way back in the day. It's kind of cool timing, right? That whole style of music is kind of being rediscovered by another generation.
Yeah.
That kind of exciting?
Yeah, I reckon, I don't know. I think there's a real thirst for it, eh?
Yeah.
But they're looking around at current bands and not finding it, so they're going back to old school bands. Like I was saying the other day, my son's listening to bands now that I was listening to when I was his age.
That's
so
cool. That's cool.
he's listening to the Pearl Jams and Nirvanas and all that kind of stuff. So I think the appetite's there.
Do you think
I
the
think it's
messaging has for you in terms of what you want people to get out of tonight, even when you guys perform, has that changed over time? What do you want them to get out of tonight, basically, as well?
I guess, I don't know, but relive those moments. I mean, it's pretty amazing, eh? Like playing to a crowd like here. And whether it was back in the parachute days, that was like the ultimate kind of crowd, eh? They just, I don't know, they just all seem to love you.
Yeah, they love you,
And,
man.
yeah.
Honestly, when it was announced that you guys were performing and Mum's Dollar, I had to chat to Bjorn because I'm new to that era of the music, and all the talk was, I can't wait for Wash, I can't wait to see them perform, go down memory lane. When you talk about nostalgia, that's cool to be able to, you're standing there, and I can imagine Bjorn standing there at the front of stage, and all of the memories of being 16 flooding back into his head. Well, that's basically what's going to happen, right?
Well, I mean, big for me, right? Like just as a fan, as a person that, experienced that. And we interviewed Mum's Dollar earlier, and we talked to them about the same thing. And we asked, have you felt that sentiment from people excited to come and see you? Or because they said, oh, no, we haven't really even noticed that. But I was thinking, well, they don't have an Instagram. They don't have a website anymore. Like there's no way to contact these people anymore. And probably the same for you guys, right? You're not running big social media campaigns. But have you felt a little bit of the the love from people. Like because we work at the radio station, we hear from people the excitement of what they're looking forward to, why they're coming. And there's definitely a lot of people who have come specifically to Festival 1 just to see you.
Yeah.
Surely
Have you
know.
felt that love?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. We've had some pretty cool conversations, with people who come up to us and talk about a gig they were at and something they remember. I had a real awkward one the other night. This guy, we played at the original drummer's birthday, and this guy came up to me afterwards and he's like, "Oh man," he goes, "we travelled everywhere to see you guys. No matter where you were playing, we travelled to see you guys." And me and my mate, we sat down and we emailed you. Yes, we did have email back then. We emailed you and asked you for the lyrics of your songs, and you replied. I don't remember any of this, and apparently I replied and said, "Oh, I could send them to you, but how about you try and work them out what you think they are?" Yeah. And so he said, "Me and my mate, we spent Friday, Saturday, and Sunday." Listening to every song over and over, and we typed out every lyric that we thought it was and emailed it to you. And I was like, "Oh, I don't remember that." And he goes, "Yeah, you didn't reply."
This is the person here?
Yeah, I did.
Bro.
And I was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound like me, man." Sorry about that. But he was loving it. He was like, "No, it was such a cool memory, and we wanted to learn the words and go to the shows." And so yeah, we've definitely felt a bit of that, which is cool. Yeah,
That's special.
Yeah.
Finally, from me, we asked you this when we interviewed you, Ivan, over the phone. But is there wash stuff to come after Festival 1?
yeah,
Can we put you on the spot?
that is on the spot. But yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Nice.
We're talking to a promoter about some follow-up shows around the country. So yeah, yeah,
Watch the space?
yeah.
Pretty exciting.
And it's funny you say social media because that wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
But because we've been asked to do some follow-up shows, I've actually started an Instagram account.
Oh, here we go.
Can I promote it?
Yeah,
But
bro,
give us
go.
the handle.
Yeah.
Wash Music NZ. Wash Music NZ. We've just set it up, and that's where we'll be posting information about what we're going to do next.
Have you
Yeah,
posted
cool.
yet?
I did a picture.
I'll post.
Is that cool with the kids?
He's like, "I got to learn what a reel
Sorry, a
is."
post.
He's like, "I've just heard TikTok's been shut down. That's news to me." Hey,
Oh,
well,
nice.
Look, it's not often people get to relive their memories, right, and do something again that they thought was from an earlier part in their life. So for all the fans who are going to experience the show, I know they're going to love it. And for you guys as well, to revisit something that for a long time hasn't been happening. We hope that it's just the absolute best time for you guys on stage, and you just
thank
enjoy
you.
yourselves and take people on a journey. And yeah, just want to bless you and say thanks for coming out again.
Thank you both so much. I appreciate it.
Go get it, fellas. God
Thanks,
bless.